on top tips for new HR professionals. I want to give you tips on what you're going to do if you are a new HR professional. Let me tell you about myself. My name is Dimitri Nolman. I'm the head recruiter, only owner of NewConfig, which is a engineering, finance, IT, staffing agency, sales, executive search firm, headhunting firm. Been in business since 2012, so 12 years now. Over 1.5 million in revenue, 11 employees, including me, based in Philadelphia. This is what we do. We recruit, we source, we search all day, every day, staff over 60 people every year, and we're growing fast. So I have lots of experience to share with you about how to be a successful HR professional, a recruiter. So in this video, we're going to specifically talk about recruiting because I'm going to stay in my lane and that's what I know the best and that's what I want to talk to you about. So that's a little bit about me. So let's get into it. So you are recruiting. The first thing you need to do is create a job description. And the first thing you need to do that is talk to the that hiring manager. Talk to the hiring manager. It might be an HR manager, but it might be an IT manager. It might be a VP. Whoever it is, talk to the hiring manager. If they already have a job description, that's great. But that's not the end of the story. You need to talk to the hiring manager to find out what is the most important thing for them. It might not even be on the job description, or the job description is 6 months old and things have changed. So it's very, 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 very important to talk to the hiring manager to find out what are the top 3 skills. These are the deal winner skills they want, the deal breaker skills that they will not hire if the person doesn't have this. You should also talk to them about salary, what they're willing to pay. Talk about hybrid or remote or on-site, how much on-site. Maybe there's a company-wide policy or maybe it's within each department. You should talk about bonus. You should talk about commission if this is a sales role, if it has some sales or component to it. So these are very important questions that you should not handle on your own. You need to get the time of the hiring manager, book it on their schedule, put it on their calendar, send them a calendar invite. If they are busy and they're not available, you should at least ask these questions through email. You have to have a list of 10 questions and ask all of the questions that are very important, because the last thing you want is to, I forgot, and go back and ask them another set of 3 questions and then another set of 3 questions. It makes you look unprofessional. You want to ask all your questions at that moment. You want to know about salary, you want to know about bonus, you want to know about commission. Most importantly, you want to know about the top 3 skills. You want to know about remote, hybrid, or on-site. You want to know about travel costs, if the company's gonna cover it. You want to know what companies to target. You want to know which companies not to target. You want to know what the interview process would be like. Are they all Zoom? Are they all on-site? Are they all phone call? These are very important questions you need to find out before you go searching for the person. So once you have these questions answered, then you don't even need their job description. You create your own. But if they already gave you a template, you update it. So once you have the job description, after talking to the hiring manager, that's very important, then you go post the job on Monster, Career Builder, Dice, Indeed, ZipRecruiter, LinkedIn, anywhere that your company gives you a budget. Maybe they only have $500 budget, then you just post it on one of these platforms. The best ones are LinkedIn and Indeed. Once the job description is posted, your next step is, a lot of hiring managers are very hands-off. They're passive. And that's why lots of these roles get stale and they never get filled, because the recruiter or the HR professional is passive. What you want to be is active. And if you don't have time to be active, that's when you come to NewConfig, which is the premier search firm, staffing agency, recruiting agency. Come to us. If you don't have the time or the expertise to do this, we'll go out and search. We are aggressive and we're assertive and we search for you to find you the best people. Now, if you want to do it on your own, you could do it too, but it involves more than just posting the job on these platforms. That is passive searching. To be active, you actually have to get access to a database. Maybe your company already has a database. If they don't, you get access to a database. LinkedIn, Indeed, Monster, Career Builder, Dice, ZipRecruiter, all of them have databases. You pay them, they're expensive. LinkedIn is about $7,000 a year. Indeed is about $3,500 a year. Monsters are also about $2,000. Career Builder's $2,000. And these are 2024 numbers. 2025, 2026, they go up and up. Inflation is a real thing, guys and gals. Yeah, so go and search. If these positions are very important for your company, searching is very important. So you can all go out and search. Not just post the job. Now, after that, how are you searching? How are you looking through the resumes? The hiring manager probably gave you keywords. When they told you the top 3 skills, I want Excel, I want someone that has a CPA, I want someone with experience in Canada, doing accounting in Canada. Then you search for Canada, you search for CPA, you search for Excel, VBA skills, pivot tables, you search for things like that. Or other keywords, maybe it's a sales position. You search for someone that has a quota, someone that has worked in your industry. Maybe you're selling vacuums. You're searching for someone that has vacuums on the resume. Maybe you're searching for someone that has SaaS, sold software as a service. Whatever it is, your hiring manager gave you keywords. You search by keywords, whether they apply to your job post or whether you search for them on these databases. You're searching for keywords. Once you have the resumes, you talk to them. If they have the keywords that the hiring manager wants, you talk to them and you find out if they really do have that experience. And you are the gatekeeper. Just like a recruiting firm like NewConfig, we are the gatekeeper. So if they have the experience, then you present them to the hiring manager. Sally, what do you think? John, what do you think? Do you want to interview them? Yes, I do. Let's schedule it. No, I don't, because XYZ. Then you go back to your pool of resumes and you find out why then you use their feedback to filter out those other resumes that you thought were good. So it's a process. It's a cycle. It doesn't get filtered. It doesn't get done all at the same time. It takes 2 to tango. You have to talk to the hiring manager. Now, the next step, once the hiring manager tells you that they want to talk to the person, the next step is about conducting the interviews. My advice when you're conducting the interviews, these are the things you are looking for that are red flags. People that are job hoppers, because if they hop 3 jobs before you, guess what? You're going to be the 4th. Now, there is leeway. Sometimes a company had to cut staff. Sometimes they were surrounded by a bad boss. I get that. It's all good. That happens. But if it happens consistently, that's bad. You also don't want people that are disagreeable, that argue with you. You want the cohesion. That's definitely a bad sign. A third bad sign is if they ask for money and benefits on the first phone call or meeting. Now, if you ask them about it, that's a separate issue. But if they bring it up themselves, that's a red flag. That means they're really not enthusiastic about the role. And that brings me to the most important thing. You want someone that is very enthusiastic about the job. That is very important, because that means they're going to stay, they're going to work hard, and they're going to be productive. And that's another thing that you're going to be looking for. That is what you're looking for in your interviews before you send them to the hiring manager. Don't just spam your hiring manager with resumes. We never do that here at NewConfig. We always talk to the person before we submit to the hiring manager. Now, to make the right hire, it's not up to you. You're in HR. It's up to the hiring manager. All you could do is, like a matchmaker, introduce them to the hiring manager, but they have to decide if the person's the right fit. But if you've done all the steps that I've just outlined in this video, you will find the candidate that the hiring manager wants. In the best case scenario, the best practices are to get maybe 50 resumes. You filter out to 10. You talk to 10. You send the hiring manager 8 or 6 of them. He interviews them. He brings 3 in, or she brings in 3. Then that's the second round, because the first round was a few. Third round is they bring in 2 more, which is one is a backup and one is a prime candidate, because a prime candidate could always leave, they might reject the offer, counter, or get another offer, what have you. You always need a backup. The best practice is to have 3 interviews, not 6 or 7 or 10, where what is happening right now sometimes in the market. So I hope this was very helpful to you. If you have more questions, my information is at the bottom of this video. My email is dnoman@newconfig.com. It's also in this video. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. If you need our help, if you need NewConfig's help, we'd love to help you. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.